Hello everyone, it's Benny Bones here and welcome back to The Long Drive. Here we are, episode 17 now. We've done 845 kilometers. We've got a bus which is kind of dancing away over there. But yes, we're doing quite well. It's been about 2 hours since I recorded my last one. I've edited the video and it's uploading now, so I thought I would have another play. So I really enjoy this game. Oh, there's a spray. I need one of those. Can I get in the window here? No. I don't like all these rabbits. I've been having a lot of issues with rabbits lately. What's that? A light. Are the parts falling out of this bus, are they? There's a headlight. I know I'm missing a headlight on my car. But I've got a speedo stuck in the hole first. That bus is just really off-putting, bouncing around up there. I got to try and make sure I pay attention to where the rabbits are, because more often than not, they kind of come at me out of nowhere, and I don't hear them because I just don't, which is a bit unfortunate. Boo! Put you over there. That's close enough. I might have overshot a little bit, but that's close enough. Just having a quick run around. I didn't check this, but I stopped here at night in the dark. A lovely purple, some beds, and a mustard yellow. A lot of wire brushes out here. Ooh. Try and get over that bus, which is freaking the hell out. Anything else down here? What's upstairs? There's the old door that goes to nowhere. I don't normally check these buildings anymore, just because I never really find much in them. I see you. Look at him go, look at him go. Can I get that shot off on him? I don't want to hit my pumpkins, that's it. So I hit one of them, they go pop. Did I get him? No. The car got him at least. At least I heard him this time, and he didn't come straight at me. He just wanted to trash my poor little car. Ooh. We got a white paint. That bus is now flying up. Scary. All the panels and wheels and all that falling off. That's just crazy. Ooh. Oh, that was a lucky fall. I'm just going to get out of here before it gets me. I should be able to drop without dying. Let's get out of here before a bus lands on me, shall we? Ooh, loading. Come on, come back together. There we go. Yes. So how's everyone going? Things are going good for me. I've actually had a really good drive last time. So you scared me, rabbit, just then. I should have remembered you were there, but you scared me. Get away from my car, you disgusting animal. There we are. I want that one there. Number 4. Bye. Yes, let's spin some tires, get out of here. Get along on the road. You better not be coming at me either. So yes, we're down to one tank on the back there. And car sounds a lot louder than it did before. Maybe that's just my imagination. But it does sound a lot louder. Is it doing this uncontrollable driving again? What's going on? Sounds weird. No, we're going a little bit fast. But it feels alright now. 110. That's about right for what this engine can do. It just sounds different now. I don't know. It's only been 2 hours, but maybe I've adjusted my sound settings. I don't know. Playing around with different things, trying to get things right. Trying to get the right distance on my microphone. So I tend to get right up close on it, because I don't pay too much attention to where it is when I start hunching over to play games. I got really terrible posture when I play games, which isn't very great. It's not very great at all. But anyway, let's keep on rolling. Still looking for that Trabant gauge and still trying to get some kilometers. I should have checked my speedo again. 342, so if I can do 390-ish, that should be at least a minimum. I'd like to do more than that. If I can get up to 400 on the clock, that'd be great. So I am, what was it, 845 kilometers in out of my possible 5,000. So that's 4,155 to go. It's a few. It's a few. It can be done. It can be done. You just have to dedicate a bit of time to doing it. That's all. But otherwise, I really enjoy this game. I love playing it. I love having to rebuild my car all the time. Rearrange that oil tanker. It just... I thought that was a tyre for a moment. It just looks really cool, this car. I've also turned the heat haze off, and it has got rid of that ghosting on the pumpkin. So it's gotten rid of all the ghosting on things, that heat haze. So that's an interesting fun fact. Maybe that's something that can be implemented, a radius on the heat haze, so it's not within a certain distance of the camera. Because heat haze doesn't happen within, a couple of feet in front of you in the real world, I don't think, unless you're looking at hundreds of degrees kind of thing. Well, I don't think so anyway. So where does the road? The road goes that way and it snakes off over the hill there. Go right up the hill. It does look like it does. So if I kind of take a shortcut and cut through, that might be a bit of fun. Still looking for that house out in the desert. I think it looks a bit like a church, from what I remember, what I saw of it. I've never been there, never found it. I saw Scapegoat got there once. It looks like a bit of a church from what I remember. Keep it together, keep it together. Ooh, that was a close one. Very close, keep it together. I just want to have a nice relaxing drive. That's all I want. None of this crazy sliding about stuff. But we can't always win. Ooh. Oh, another bus. Freaked out there. Ooh, big rock. Just got to try and keep on the ball. I keep getting distracted. I just want to have a nice relaxing day, but it's not happening. So how's everything going for you guys? I always ask. I like to hear from people. I'm sure people get tired of hearing what I'm going through or what I'm talking about. So I'm just curious to hear what other people say. Which is always fun. I still love those pumpkins. I wonder if you'll add any other things like that. Whether there'll be turkey heads for Thanksgiving or snowman heads for Christmas. There's the gravesite. I know I haven't stopped at any of those, but they're like tall graves, I guess. Tombstones. Markers of some kind. Getting distracted, trying to look around. Need to keep my eyes on the road. Fact number 1 of driving, always look where you're going. And I instantly start looking around again. I know what. Do as I say, don't do as I do. It's getting dark already? Wow, that doesn't take long, about 10 minutes. But yes, I'm still looking for Trabant, so I'm looking for one of the bigger gas stations. Maybe the house sometimes has cars, does have cars spawn there as well. Maybe we're looking for something. Ooh, what's that over there? Is that the house? It does look like the house. That might be our savior, our saving moment. So we'll just head straight over there. At some point I'll probably have to swap my car up because, you know, it's always fun to swap things about every now and again. But I do love this car. It's kind of my car now. It's so easy. So easy to drive. Oh, go away, Mr. Sun. There we go. There we go. Don't you hate driving into the sun like that? It's even worse when you're on a motorbike because you don't have any sun visors to block the sun, so you're trying to hold your hand up and still trying to drive and steer, and it gets a challenge. It becomes a bit of a challenge. I don't take my bike out often enough anymore. It's very rare that I take my motorbike out, which is a bit of a shame. It's a really nice bike. What have we got? We've got a trailer and a bike. Can I turn that off, please? Yes, that does turn off. Just have a quick run just to check if there's a car inside. Sometimes they spawn inside. What's going on? The trailer's making a break for it. No car in here. I think it was episode 3 or something. I found a car in here and I had to try and negotiate it out through that door because it kind of spawned in here. That was where I picked up my first Lada. Not this one, but the original 2101, something like that. Behave, camera. There we are. I should have moved that barrel, but oh well. It's still hanging on. It's still hanging on. That's all right. That's all right. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there. Yeah, just cruising along. What do you think of all the spikes on it? I love them. I love seeing these kinds of things like this. Ooh. So how do you think the rabbits became mutated like that? Do you think it's something to do with the aliens? Yeah, the aliens are causing it. They're abducting rabbits and replacing them with genetic mutations. A bit like a Planet of the Body Snatchers kind of things going on, or something like that. Or is it just the aliens are here for the sake of aliens being here? Something bizarre, and the mutant possessed rabbits are just something different. Hungry rabbits. Who knows? It's the end of the world. Unless they like eating cactus, they might like to nibble on a bit of man flesh. Ah, the old long pig. So I'm just curious. What's the reason for it all? How did this desert actually come to be? Is it to do with global warming, maybe? I was trying to straighten up there, but it didn't want to. But we pulled it off. Everything's all right. Is it global warming? I'm just gonna stop. Behave, please. Behave, please. Behave. Is it to do with this is just like driving across the regular desert? Was there a giant meteor strike, or is this a zombie apocalypse kind of thing? Oh, you pricks. Yeah, you. That'd be cool if you could knock them down and steal their engine. And rather than having a diesel, you have a floaty space engine that makes that cool sound. Like TIE fighters. TIE fighters have an incredible sound. I don't know, there's something about them. So that's the second UFO I've spotted in... I saw one last episode. She came flying past me during the day. And now I saw another one. So that's really bizarre. Normally I don't see them very often. But yes, as I was saying, TIE fighters. The sound TIE fighters make in the Star Wars universe. It's incredible. That's just screaming noise. I think it's awesome. It's you know, identifiable straight away. You know exactly what it is. Like if you hear a diesel come past, you know exactly it's a diesel. But yeah, having a TIE fighter and something like that make that noise. Even if we had the spaceship engine and go boo, 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 as you drive along, that'd be something interesting. It's amazing how identifiable things are just by the sound they make. What have we got here? Just some shiny moon rocks. Nothing else there, just shiny rocks. At least my car's settled down again. Back to 105, that sounds right. Not doing any crazy speeds anymore, not breaking the bank at all. Just cruising. Everything looks right on there. I was just checking, because what in the world was that? Did I hit a tiny little rock or something? It's going to be one of those days again, isn't it? Oh well, this won't take a moment. At least it was only a small rock, if it was a rock. The worst thing is when you're driving along and you hit a big one and it just sends you flying. There we are. I still reckon I'd like some tie down straps or something. Forward please, there we go, forward. Tie downs or some rope or something like that. Just something. I know, what engines would people like to see in this game? I know a lot of people are like, oh, I want to see a V8. Trying to fit a V8 in a small car, you know, it might be a bit of a challenge. Yeah, these cars are straight 4, so it might fit. But you wouldn't be able to get the top of the bonnet on, because it'll hang out the top. If you think of how tall those motors are with all the intake and all that, and the exhausts and everything like that, it would be quite a weird fit. But yeah, that's a possibility. Seeing a V8. There's straight 6s. There's diesel motors, like a 2 liter van motor or something. A diesel van motor, something like that, or along those lines. Even saying 2 liters would be a pretty big motor, because I think the original Ladas, well, especially this one here, in the real world, these were anywhere between 1.3 and 1.7 liters. They weren't big engines. So saying that, I want a 2 liter, that'd be the biggest, car engine in the game, I'd think. I know the Trabant is only a tiny little engine, 600 cc's or something like that, out of its 2-cylinder, 2-stroke motor. There's a chap on YouTube called Aging Iron, I think, and he talks about driving his Trabant. I think he's American. I'd say he's American, and he talks about, because he owns a Trabant, and he tells you how they drive and things like that, and the way the gear shift works. It's like a column shift. Yeah, it is a column shift 4-speed manual, and it's just a little bit bizarre the way it works, I found. Like my car at the moment is a column shift auto, and it's very similar in the way that the column shift works, but it's just something weird about the Trabant. It's like overly long or something. There's a rock. Ooh. Now that is not fair that keeps happening to me. Go backwards, please. It was loading in all that crap over. Stop it. Stop. Why are you so uncontrollable all the time? Maybe it's to do with the... Yeah, I keep thinking it's something to do with the game loading the physics. Or something changing and the physics going a bit wacky. That's my guess. But the reason this engine keeps launching about, I do not know. So I'm just going to quickly grab this stuff. What did I lose here? You're my spare. And see, I'm missing a speedo there, a headlight there, because I got a speedo in there. Not that it actually works, I just thought it would fit, and it does. So maybe down the tracks I will pull that out and put a new one in. But I do like having all these lights. It kind of looks very rally. Not that this is at all a rally car. But let's just go check that out. Gotta remember to press spacebar. Behave, you nasty motor. Something is definitely going weird at the moment. Really weird. Stop, stop, stop. Alright, engine off. Yes, it did. Okay, let's check out what's inside door number 1. Whoop. We've got a bunch of different doors. That's a passenger side, I believe. Lots of sprays. Oh, a new headlight if I wanted a square headlight. A rifle, a computer, a new motor, a radiator. Makes me think I should change my radiator to a car one rather than a bus one. But there's no real difference in that. What do we got in this one here? Diesel, some more diesel. Not that I need diesel. More square headlights. This is the other kind of square headlight. That's for the Dacia. See, these are the oops, pour my liquid all over that one. So these are the Lada ones, and this is the Dacia one. There's a little bit of a size difference. And the Lada one has built-in headlights. Come on, there we are. Anything I really want in here? I might just grab just a little bit of diesel, and I think that's it for in here. Unfortunately, I could always swap for a square bumper if this is a square one. Yes, see, like that. So this is the correct headlight to fit in there. Boop. And this one here, this one should fit as well, but I don't know. There we go. That one's ready to go. I could put that on the back, actually. That actually might be a good idea. Well done, Ben. Well done. Empty. Goodbye. Whee. Pull that off there, and we can put this new one in its place. How fun does that look? Not often do you get stuff like this. You're gonna snap on? There we go. I love it. I love it. Alrighty. Let's get a move on. Now I've got lights facing in both directions so I can see what's behind me. I don't need my lights on right now. There we go. Pick up a couple of frames. Not that I have too many to spare, but yeah, that's just limitations of the computer, unfortunately. I would like to find a Trabant. I know I keep saying that, but I would like to find one. Maybe the game can hear me and is not giving me what I desire. I just want a Trabant so I can steer the speedometer. You can do that for me, can't you, car? Can't you, game? So I've done about 20 Ks now, which that's decent enough, I think. That's decent. Still got a fair few to go, but I'm just gonna take a little bit of a shortcut through here. Hope for the best. But I'm getting there slowly. Only another heap to go. But we're in for the long drive. We're not here for just a quick rocket ship blast through. We're here for the long drive. And that's what the game is all about. Just comparing that door to the other side. Just, are we gonna... No, we're not gonna dodge that one. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Just push along very slowly. Things will come along. Goes up over that way, so we'll head that way. I wonder... Well, I wonder if they're going to make bigger trailers. Well, I know there's one type of trailer in the game. Wouldn't it be cool if they had like a box trailer or something bigger, like a fifth wheel trailer or something like that, a gooseneck trailer, where you could actually stick another car on or something? Of course, you'd need like a bus motor to tow them, but that'd be interesting to have in the game, wouldn't it? It's kind of a common thing in Australia, especially with the grey nomads, you know, all the older folks who have sold their homes and living on their retirement fund. They travel around Australia in like big buses converted into campers, and quite commonly they'll be towing a small car, like a little Daihatsu or something like that. It's a cheap little runabout that they tow behind their car, so they can set up camp somewhere and unhook the car and drive the car away. It's quite a common thing. So it'd be cool if in this game, if you had the bus per se, you could tow another car. I know you can kind of construct a hook using these I-beams, the box steel tubes that I got everywhere. You can kind of construct a hook out of that, like I did before to keep the barrels on when I had the two on the back there. You can do that and it does work. You put one on the back of one car, one on the front of another car, and you can kind of tow them. But it'd be cool if that kind of worked along with the with like a trailer or something, like a wheel dolly or something like that. Or just a whole car trailer might be interesting. Just speaking my thoughts. Again, that might be something to look into when I get around to actually working out mods for this game. Like increasing the amount of smoke that the diesel spits out. That'd be fun. Rolling coal all the way. Maybe not practical, but it'd be funny. This motor is really uneconomical to start with, but that's kind of why I'm using it, because it does add a bit of challenge to the game, having to, well, needing to keep getting fuel for it anyway. How much fuel have I got? I'm almost at half a tank, so that's still pretty good considering that I've travelled about 50 k's on it. So I get about 100 k's out of a tank. Oh, yeah, about 100 k's out of tank. So we have a bus stop coming up. Is there going to be a bus spawning right on top of me? Nope. 2 rabbits just dropped in. Hello, rabbits. I wonder if you could get a pet rabbit, like if you had a box trailer. Ooh. Ooh. Let's just spin you around, J-turn it, vroom. That's something this game has got down right, is J-turns. They work so well sometimes. Yes, if you were able to make some sort of box cage on the back of a trailer, could you keep a rabbit with you? Like one of the friendly living ones. I wonder. I know you can potentially carry around a dead rabbit, because that's you can pick them up and carry them. They're just super glitchy. But I mean the hopping ones, the friendly ones, or the not yet evil ones. Would you be able to carry one of them around with you, or would he just kind of clip through the bars and get away? Yeah, just thoughts. Just thoughts. There's something way down over there. Oh, it's just rocks. But we can kind of take a little bit of a shortcut. Is that a boat way out there? Yes, it is. Oh. Oh. Just it's a little fuel station. No car, but there's a boat way out there. Stop. There we go. I'm getting distracted again, trying to look around. It's just one of those novelties I don't normally get when I've got the steering wheel. So I'm trying to use full advantage of it, because, like I mentioned last time, I'm being lazy. I'm not using the steering wheel. Autosave. My barrel's rolling away. There we are. In most games, if it starts autosaving, you're in for a world of hurt. Because, oh no, autosave means there's a boss coming up. Not in this game. It means you're about to lag out and everything's about to go flying. No, please. So yes, there's a boat way out there. What's that on the hill there? So one of those archways, I think. I do have binoculars. There we are. Open that, please. And what is it? Q lets you slide around a bit. So where are we looking? Where's that? Yes, just an archway. Very handy, these things. Inside the car, please. There we are. Now let's get it going. I don't use them nearly often enough, the binoculars. They're so handy from time to time. But yeah, you don't really stop too often to check these things out. The bump in the road. J-turn. Yeah, nope, almost. There we go. It was more of a pirouette than a J-turn. But we got there in the end. Ooh. Sun. Reminds me I need to turn my lights on. My brand new blinding taillights. Ooh, cut it out. Cut it out. You nasty, nasty bright device. There we go. Ooh, chill, settle. I can see flickering way over this way, so we'll take another off-roady kind of adventure. I keep seeing little lights in the distance, so I'm just trying to keep an eye on them. So yeah, that's what your taillights can do now, rather than the normal ones which don't light up that much. Something's clicking and rattling. I wonder what that is. Just sounds like my car, to be honest. But something is going a bit funny. Wow. Just trying to get back up onto this mound and it freaked out again. Stop. I need to get that barrel before he rolls away. There he is. Convenient. Boop. Ooh. So I saw on, what is it, Facebook, that Cyberpunk 2077, which was released 3 days ago, made a profit after 8 years of development in its first day. I'm thinking, wow, 8 years of development. That's quite a long. That's quite a lot of updates you're gonna have to do just to keep up to date with, you know, up to date with the technology of graphics and whatnot. Because graphics has gone up a lot in a couple of years. If you go back to playing some old games, so you go back playing games 5 years ago, you can see a huge graphics jump. So to think that a game has been in development since 2012, I think maybe initial plans and designs were done then, maybe storyboarding. I can't say that the graphics, maybe some engine work, but even engines have evolved a lot in a few years. So car's doing that weird funny thing again where it's just flying along at way too fast, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it just makes me think, like, how much effort did they put into that game and whenabouts? I know they say it's it was been in construction for 8 years, but that could be anything. That could be a storyboard design and then they shelved it for a few years and things like that. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it made a profit. Yeah, that's AAA, and they've had a huge amount of press going on with it. All sorts of things like that. But remember, they did. They did change the release date 4 times or something like that. So they did push the release date back 4 times, which does that even produces something's loading. Ooh. See, I don't know what's doing that. That's just bizarre. That's just chaos. Why are you so uncontrollable all of a sudden? What is going on with you? But yeah, even saying that pushing the release date back is PR in some ways. You're getting the word out there. But I've not played it yet, so I can't say if it's a good game or not. I know that a lot of people are playing it, and good on them. I just can't play it on this system, I don't think. Yeah, I don't have the bandwidth to download it, even if I wanted to play it. So let's have a quick check here. But this place here has caused me all sorts of trouble. Stop. Okay. Turn that off. Nope. Gotta hold it in and then turn it off. There we are. And let's wait till morning. Alright, let's have a check inside. Let's see where we are and what we've got. Loading. Autosave. There we are. No cars. It's been a while since I found a car in one of these. Some red paint. Nothing in that barrel, is it? Oil. Don't need oil. Doors. It's passenger sides. I think that's passenger side. Yes, that's the passenger side. A little air freshener. Ooh, orange scent. I should really be grabbing more of these dangly things. They're a lot of fun, just the way they jiggle about. Oh, that'll do. What do we got here? Oh, a little headlight for a bike. That's something I haven't really done too much with, are the bikes. What are you? You are a back door, a rear door, I should say, not a back door. That's a thing of blood. It's alcohol. It's an empty. Yes, I haven't spent much time playing with the bikes. I know they're there. Just sliding around now. Nope, nothing but nothing nice in here. So let's get a move on. Lots of junk. Oh, come on, there we are. Some old games that I would like to play on this channel. You know, some of the legacy games which I've played when I was younger but never finished. So that might be fun to actually get around and finishing some games. I've finished a lot of games in my life, but some that I haven't finished is like Deus Ex, the original one, or Deus Ex. I've finished the 3rd one, I believe it is. I don't remember what it's called now. Mankind Evolved. That one. Where you play as Jenkin Adams, I think his name was. But I played a lot of the very first game, and I got about halfway, 2/3 of the way through, I think, and I think at the time my computer was very unstable, and I crashed my hard drive, and I had to format and start again. So I would like to go back and finish it because it's a decent game. It really is. I just haven't gotten too far in it, unfortunately. Well, I haven't gotten around to finishing it, I should say. And the second game, I've got the second game on Steam as well. But it's one of those games which I never really played too much of. Invisible War, I think it was called. But yeah, it's one of those games I'd like to get through and play. Apparently it was pretty bad, the storyline wise. The graphics, I can also say, isn't that great. But it's a story-based game. They're both story-based games. And I'd like to know how the story goes. The third game was really quite good when I played it. I know you can't, there's a lot of it you have to cut out if you're going to be making YouTube content on it. Like the videos, the actual video clips in the game. You know, the what are they? Cinematics. There we are. That's the term I'm after. The cinematics are all copyright, so you can't have those in your game, otherwise you get clapped. Especially in the third game. But I've noticed that as well when I was playing Freelancer long ago when I first started on, I think, my other channel. I was paying no attention to that at all. When I started playing Freelancer ages ago and I started uploading videos, I would get a slap on the wrist for uploading copyright content, which is the video clips in that game. And that's just Microsoft flexing their muscles. Because yeah, honestly, Freelancer isn't the most thrilling game in the world. It's a lot of just mindless space flying, but I really enjoyed it. The whole smuggling and you know, space convoy kind of thing, that was fun. The combat was a bit janky. All you'd have to do is knock their shields down, then lock onto them with some missiles. So that was the easy part. You just get a bigger and better freighter. The further you get into the game, the better your ship gets. So it just gets easier and easier. So you just become a trader after that, and lots of money, and away you go. So yeah, once you finish that game, it becomes like a free fly, and you just do whatever you want after that. But throughout the game, you got to you're limited to where you can, what space you can fly in, and things like that. It's actually a decent game if you ever want to play it. Freelancer. But yeah, it's not bad. It's old now. It's pretty old. But yeah, I still think it's a pretty decent game. Just for the space flying, it was alright. The way that the I'll get there eventually. The way the sand is just spawning in as you drive, it's very interesting to watch. Very hypnotic. One day I'll get words. One day I'll get the words. What's that up on the hill? Just a big rock. Okay. So it kind of waves in as it goes. It's bizarre. It's like you're chasing a giant sandworm. Here's another game that I just sprung to mind. Playing Dune. It's like back in the mid to late 90s, the Dune games. It was they were kind of like Command and Conquer, if you remember the original Command and Conquers. But you couldn't really walk on the sand, or if you were building on the sand, they'd take damage and things like that because of the sandworms. So you had to be careful of what you did with your troops, where you stood them, and you had to try and cling to rocks and roads and platforms, because if you walk too far out, you'd get eaten by sandworms. That's something they can implement into this game. You know, high risk for leaving the road, but high reward. You know, having buildings further out, which gave you better, more useful loot, I guess. But you'd have the risk of being attacked by sand monsters, raiders even. Just more rocks. Thought I saw something, but it's just rocks. Just jumping inside. Oh, I've almost done my kilometer cap now. That's been exciting. It's been very uneventful, but that's sometimes good. I've had a chance to reminisce about games that I used to play when I was younger. So I loved about the Command & Conquer games. You could always enter the game through DOS, and you put in some command, and you would start the game in, well, Command & Conquer Original. You had the Jurassic Park mode where there were actually dinosaurs. You were GDI, and you had a bunch of dinosaur missions you had to play, and where you were hunting like velociraptors and things like that, which is quite interesting. And the Red Alert had one where you're fighting giant ants. So they replaced all the enemies with giant ants, and that was quite interesting as well. Games don't kind of do that kind of Easter egg stuff. Well, they probably do Easter eggs, but not in that kind of way. I guess you always had Donkey Kong mode in games and things like that, where the head gets really big. Where's the road? There it is. But yeah, that was always a bit of fun. I just remember these little bits and bobs. They just come to mind as I cruise along and think of things. We got anything ahead of us? Something square? No, just rocks. Just plateaus, I guess they are. Ooh, here's the road. Ooh. J-turns so easily sometimes, you just have to flick it. A very sharp kind of turn, I guess, there. But sticking to the desert like I've been doing, it's actually quite cruisy driving when you're just driving along the side of the road rather than on the road. Because it's usually a lot smoother for whatever reason. Right there it isn't, because it's very rough. Very rough indeed. But yeah, it's usually quite smooth. Like around here, you do have to dodge the occasional big rock, but most of the time it's not full of small rocks or things like that. And you've got plenty of room to dodge them in. And you're trying to stick to the road, it's only quite narrow. And you have to dodge lampposts as well. More streetlights, they go over that way. We'll hang a bit of a quick turn, hang a bit of a lefty, and just kind of lean this way. But now we're back on the road, we'll just cruise along for a bit. Hopefully we'll find another structure soon. Otherwise there's no big issue. I kind of enjoy driving. Almost shot past this one. So we'll stop here in front of this lovely little building. Behave. Just doing that weird thing again where it just can't do little minor movements, otherwise it freaks out. So let's stop this. So stop this, please. There we go. So we'll stop it here. We've done 410 kilometers, so that is 915 kilometers in game we've driven. So that's pretty good. And we started at 845. So that's a good whack of distance we've done there. So what's that? That's 70 Ks. Yes, we've done 70 Ks, I believe. If not, I'll cut all that out. So yep, we'll end it here. Here we are. We'll just end this right here. Autosave, boss fight. No boss fight. Okay, yes. We'll end it here under the lovely glow. I'm Benny Bones. This is The Long Drive. If you like this game, go pick it up. It's not that expensive. It's a lot of fun. I've been playing it for, well, now a very long time. And yeah, so go pick it up. It's a lot of fun. But until next time, I've been Benny Bones. Adios.